Hey yo, what's up y'all? Now, today I'm gonna be reacting to Food Theory, you're cooking your Thanksgiving turkey wrong by the food theorists. Now, since Thanksgiving is around the corner, I'm guessing my boy Matthew Patrick here is about to show us how to cook a turkey the real way. So let's jump in this shit!
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, the show that's giving thanks while wearing Spanx. That's right, theorists. Here in the US, it's time for Thanksgiving, where tradition dictates that we take time to pause and reflect on all the good things that have happened in our lives, and also stuff ourselves with an irresponsible amount of food.
Yeah, because that's the best part.
Pie, sweet potato pie, yam, stuffing, gravy, cranberry sauce, some casserole or another, and of course, turkey. Go ahead, name a more iconic duo than Thanksgiving and turkey. I'll wait. See, a roasted turkey is the undisputed
that's everyone's favorite part of the Thanksgiving, the turkey.
And stunning to look at, if it comes out right, that is, but it's also a huge undertaking. The first time I hosted Thanksgiving, the turkey was this harsh intro into adulting. Everything about cooking the turkey is hard. For one thing, it's
everything
just a
is
huge
hard,
time investment.
and it takes
First,
a long
you have to
time
purchase
too.
the bird at a time of year when everyone else is looking to purchase the exact same item. Then, the mere act of thawing the bird takes literal days. Then, you've got the brining and the cleaning and the seasoning to worry about before you even start cooking it. And
you
that
know
is
they'll be
also gonna
tired
take a
at
huge
that
amount
point.
of time. The general rule of thumb for a turkey is 15 to 20 minutes of cooking per pound of bird. That means a 15-pound turkey translates to about 5 hours of roasting.
Okay.
And then once it's in the oven, that's when
Alright, the whole
actually
family
get
is gonna
hard,
be
because
hungry at that
roasting a whole
point.
turkey is a high-stakes proposition. It would be one thing if you were just cooking for yourself, but at Thanksgiving there's an entire group of people
For real.
awaiting the
Like, you
turkey
got
the moment it
everyone
comes out of the
waiting.
oven. Screwing up your Thanksgiving turkey is not an option. And yet, it's highly likely that you will screw it up because we're talking about a huge, fickle piece of meat that's actually two different types of meat sandwiched together. White
mean,
meat
it could
and
be.
dark meat, which, it's worth noting, cook very differently from each other. Which leads me to the question, does it really have to be this hard? Thanksgiving is supposedly about family coming together, and yet Thanksgiving requires at least one member of the family to devote pretty much the entire day focused on the turkey. I get that it's a tradition, but wouldn't it be great if there was a way to emphasize the non-stressful traditions of Thanksgiving instead? Like
if only there was an easy way.
Even better, the dog show that comes immediately afterward. I mean, there has
what?
got to be a better way. We are in the year of our Lord 2020. Why have there been no advancements in turkey technology? And yeah, there are certainly other ways besides roasting a full turkey. Every year, plenty of people across this great land cook their turkey in a variety of ways, from smoking to sous vide to deep frying to stuffing it with a duck that's stuffed with a chicken to create the abomination we call the turducken. But most of these
so
methods
people actually
involve
do
even
that.
more work. If I may speak for my fellow Americans, and also for Canadians who celebrate Thanksgiving in October, what? We all
the hell?
want the classic Thanksgiving
They celebrate
turkey
in October? So if they celebrate Thanksgiving in October, then when the hell do they celebrate Halloween?
but we sure wouldn't mind if the process was just a wee bit easier. Well, theorists, what I'm about to tell you might very well change your Thanksgivings forever. Apparently, a turkey shortcut does exist, and it is significant. All you have to do is take the dang turkey and spatchcock it. I can say that word, right? You
right, that don't sound right.
It's a cooking term, and if nothing else, it's the holidays, after all. So strap in, you turkeys. Today's food theory is myth-busting the supposed Thanksgiving hack, and I do mean hack. Spatchcocking, also known as butterflying if you're boring and hate funny words, is a fancy word for a simple process. You cut out the bird's spine, or you ask your butcher to do it for you, then press it down until it's flattened out before you shove it in the oven. Everything else can still be the same. If you're used to brining it, you can still brine it, along with any other seasoning method that you've been using over the years. But by doing this one small thing, not by changing our cooking method, but by changing its shape before we put it in the oven, we can actually cook the turkey at a higher temperature, which cuts way down on the amount of cooking time needed, reportedly by about 75%. Let me say that again. One additional prep step can turn a 4-hour turkey into a 1-hour turkey. Now, the concept of spatchcocking has been around since at least the 1800s, but as Google Trends clearly shows, the term has really only caught on in recent years, and searches spike early November. Mark Bittman of the New York Times, who published his spatchcocked turkey method back in 2002, deserves the credit for popularizing this specific method.
You have to take out the backbone. The idea here is to get the surface area of the bird bigger than it was before. Then you want to flatten this thing. Here we go.
Yeah, really flatten
over
it.
unevenly cooked turkeys that took 4 hours to do. This is 35 minutes, and it's good.
So let me just tap on the brakes here for a second. Am I supposed to believe that this is actually the first major advancement in turkey roasting since the 1800s? If spatchcocking is such a long-standing method of preparing fowl, am I supposed to believe that society just overlooked the fact that this outrageously efficient method could be applied to turkeys when all along they were using it on ducks and geese and other sorts of birds until, like, very recently? Like, humanity, what are you doing with yourself? One
Right,
possible
what are you
explanation
doing
for why
out
society
here?
might have been slow to catch on to the ways of the spatchcock is that we want our Norman Rockwell moment when the Thanksgiving turkey gets presented at the table. Rockwell was an artist famous for painting Americana, and his 1942 painting entitled Freedom from Want famously depicts a huge, fully intact bird and encapsulates abundance and Americana and Thanksgiving perfectly. There's definitely a presentational aspect to Thanksgiving
Lady,
dinner.
please
After all,
just
there's
cut
a
the
group
dang
gathered
turkey.
and the meal takes a tremendous
This is
amount of
taking
effort,
way
so
too
why
damn long.
shouldn't it be? Of course, there's other potential explanations for why we might not spatchcock our turkeys, and these are a bit more concrete. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe it's not actually more efficient at all because it produces a lesser bird. Drier meat, less crispy skin. I mean, let's be honest, that it can reduce cooking time by 75% is a massive claim. It seems too good to be true. Like, there's gotta be a catch, right? Sure, the cooking time is shorter, but maybe the taste suffers. Maybe the texture suffers. However, spatchcock enthusiasts online seem to be suggesting the exact opposite. Many people swear that spatchcocking actually gives you a more even bake, and in fact improves the bird in addition to saving copious amounts of time. Oh, when I hear a claim this bold about something so simple, you know that I gotta put it to the test.
Oh,
The
of course.
scientific test. That's why I enlisted the help of Stephanie, the undisputed turkey master in our household, to help me pull off a head-to-head matchup. Or I suppose I should say a headless-to-headless matchup between a spatchcocked turkey and the classic roasted turkey that our family's been enjoying for literal years. Nearly a decade. It
Go
also
ahead.
helps that Stephanie knows CPR. I figure it can only help us when we get to the part where we have to crack the ribs against the counter. First, we bought 2 identically sized 13-pound turkeys. Then, we prepared them the exact same way, including a 48-hour brine and butter under the skin.
I can't believe I have to do 2 of these this year. The only reason you started this channel was so we could have more turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
My
sure.
master
That's
plan
the main
entire
reason
time.
why
And
you started
then
this.
It was time for our 2 turkeys to take 2 very different paths. One was selected for spatchcocking and was named Spatchcock the Turkey. And the other was named Sherman because that was the only other good name that we could come up with at the time.
We're
Okay.
in the final prep stages for both of these birds. We have the regular one, we have the spatchcock one. These 2 methods are essentially trying to accomplish the same thing, which is an even cook, but this one involves a lot of temperature up and down, a lot of fancy stuff, and this could change Thanksgiving forever.
Yeah, the spatchcock layers everything out so the meat is all on the same playing field, so presumably it cooks 1, faster, and 2, more evenly. So you're not getting the breast done while the dark meat is and things like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think we actually have to do this now. I think we have to like butcher this bird.
Are you saying that bird is spineless?
Oh, God.
It's about to be.
Okay.
I should also mention, both turkeys are getting
Whoa.
cooked with the neck.
I don't know if spatchcocking is getting us censored, but
Oh,
you
Lord.
holding up that.
Yeah, because he
is.
definitely...
Getting us demonetized.
I see how you censored that.
Doing that.
So secretly, this is my favorite part of the entire Thanksgiving bird.
Man, this
I
is
know.
the video that launched 1,000
I know.
views. Man.
My inner country bumpkin doesn't come out very often, apparently only at Thanksgiving.
So we went about cutting out the spine with kitchen shears. Okay, Stephanie went about cutting out the spine with kitchen shears. I cheered her on from the sidelines. I know
Yeah.
Mark Bittman opted for the boning knife, but shears are another option that many spatchcockers suggest.
This is actually really difficult.
Is it?
And do you want to give
Kinda
this a shot?
is.
Okay, here, please
Here.
get in this.
Let me take off my gray GT Live merch.
Oh,
Just
my
get
God.
in the turkey already.
Let me
My
take off this
goodness.
amazing Game Theory signature jacket.
Buy that merch. Buy that merch.
It wasn't easy, but between
Stop
the 2 of us,
flexing,
we
Matt.
eventually got the spine out. There we
There
go.
we go. There we go.
Okay.
Yes, we did it. There's the backbone.
You know,
Yeah, there
our
it
cuts
is.
weren't necessarily as clean as some of those online cooking channels, but for a first timer, I think we nailed it.
Right, totally.
Nailed it.
Totally.
Oh, you touched my hand with your dirty turkey hands. I washed my
Okay.
hands while we were cut.
Oh, we're high-fiving.
For the next step, we had to let the knife, quote, glide through the collarbone.
We're gonna let the knife
Glide.
glide.
Glide step.
It's gonna. It
gliding.
kind of glided a little bit. It did a little gliding. And
Perfect.
Okay.
That was great.
All right. So now,
Oh, yeah, there you go. Open.
We let the knife glide. Look at
Yeah.
that. All right, now we perform the CPR. We go.
CPR. Ready?
Yeah,
Wait, hold on,
CPR.
Stephanie, before you do
Breathe.
CPR, you know you have to do the ABCs.
Breathe, turkey.
Survey the scene. Scene is clear. Everyone
Assign-
back away. Matt, make sure you're clear.
Call 911.
okay.
There you go.
Call 911.
Everyone clear?
Airway. His airway is clear.
Yes,
Yeah.
but he's not breathing.
He's missing a large chunk of his top. I'm not getting any breaths. Check his pulse. Certainly no pulse.
No
Giving
pulse.
CPR.
Crack the ribs. Ready?
It's already been
Ready.
dead, so
And
of course it's
one.
not gonna have a pulse.
Ready. And one. Ooh, it did crack.
It did crack. It really did.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breath. Breath.
Okay, I think we did
the
it.
hell?
I think
Okay.
He's sufficiently dead. All right, we have it. He's spatchcocked. He's ready to go.
So this is it. This is the finished bird, all arranged, spatchcocked, ready to go.
Salted, seasoned, everything. We're putting it in the fridge while we prep the other bird.
Because he's only supposed to take 30 to 45, maybe an hour tops to cook, whereas our other guy's supposed to take multiple hours. So in an effort to get as clean of a taste test as possible, we both want him coming out of the oven at the same time. So Sherman went into the oven first, where we tended to him with all the temperature adjustments and repositionings that a classic-style roasted turkey requires while it's in the oven. When Sherman was about an hour from being done, we put the spatchcocked turkey into the second oven.
All right.
Time for the big reveal.
Okay,
Here
let's see how it
is
looks.
Regular turkey, our Norman Rockwell turkey.
I mean, it
He would be
looks
very
good,
proud,
I guess.
I feel.
I think so too. We achieved a nice golden brown. This is pretty much exactly what we wanted this turkey to look like. So success there. So this
Yeah.
bird took 3.5 hours to cook. It was flipped twice. First down and then back up again. It was covered with tinfoil and then uncovered. We did all the things and it came out pretty much exactly the way we wanted it.
Yeah, this is pretty consistent to how it always looks.
Yeah.
So this is pretty darn good.
And now for the spatchcock. Ta-da!
Yep.
I feel like this is a really nice golden brown.
Great.
There's also this weird cleavage shot up here,
Oh,
which
Lord.
is very
Oh,
strange,
Lord.
but I can't decide. Maybe I'm into it. I
Can't
don't
say
know.
that, or
Oh, hey,
whoa.
So, in the battle between spatchcock versus traditional roasted turkey, round one, visual appearance. What do you think?
I have to give this one, for me, to the spatchcock.
I do too.
It's beautiful. It's golden brown. It's super even. It looks shiny. It looks like the picture of a turkey should look, except that it's flat.
Right? This guy, even though we did our best, and again, Stephanie has experienced in this multiple years in a row, there's just no way that you're getting that nice, even browning on every part. I gotta say, like, visual appearance, if this is showing up on the table, I think I'm liking this one a little bit better.
I know.
But, you're not eating with your eyes.
Yeah.
It's a feast for your mouth.
Eaten with
Yeah,
your
no.
teeth parts.
Okay.
Teethy parts, that's right. So let's eat with our teethy parts and carve this puppy up.
Yeah, let's go.
That's
Okay,
a smart
we're
call.
starting with white meat, so I'm gonna start carving into the breast of this one. That does look like a really nice piece of meat.
Get in here with this detail shot, Matt. Look at
Yeah,
that
let's
juice.
go.
Look at
Yeah,
that
let's
glisten.
get on that.
See how glistening that is?
Okay, so this spatchcock also looks very tender, I have to say. It's feeling very juicy as I cut into it.
Yeah.
We're each getting a nice slice here. And it's coming off like basically the same part of the breast. It's right on the outside. Like this should be a very even test.
So from a crispiness of the skin standpoint,
I would kind of call them both even for me.
see, I'm not much of a skin guy. Spatchcock
They're both pretty crispy, honestly.
had a decent crisp
they
to it.
kinda are.
Let's see regular roast, Sherman. Yeah, pretty similar. Though again, I would say the crispiness of this skin looks more even across the board, whereas Sherman over here, it's crispy on top, obviously, and it's got crispy on the side here.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to crispiness on the wing, that's where you're really starting to fall off.
That's true.
So here, more of the wing is crispy, and more of the breast is crispy, whereas here, it's pretty much all focused around kind of the top and main part of the bird. So to me, honestly, I think I gotta go spatchcock on this one. It's just crispy and even throughout, whereas here, definite solid bits of crispy, but once you get into the wing, you start falling off.
There's just no way of creating that same surface area with the 3D bird that you get with the spatchcock, so that has to be the tiebreaker. The overall evenness.
Right.
All right, spatchcock again.
Alright.
Okay, what are we tasting first? I nominate Sherman. Let's go
Okay,
Sherman,
Sherman first. Traditional roast first.
Yes.
Here we go.
Okay.
Nice. You can cut it with the fork. Is that moist?
It's really,
The
yeah, you
white
don't
meat
need a
is
knife
looking
for either.
good.
Oh, man.
What, is there no
really good.
black meat?
It's really good.
I mean, there is dark
It's
meat,
really
so I guess
moist.
that counts.
It's well salted. It tastes seasoned. It's a little bit buttery. It's exactly the way it should be.
Turkey best. We have 2 Thanksgiving turkeys this year.
Ah.
I'm very excited about this.
Oh,
Both of them were
goodness.
Yes!
So got the Sherman implanted on your tongue?
Yep.
Okay, let's go for spatchcock.
Tastes good, don't it? Yep.
I think I have my answer.
Yep, you definitely nailed the spatchcock.
Which one?
It's spatchcock.
Right! It is!
I can't believe it.
I'm mind blown by this.
I am too, and I stand by my turkey cooking method any day of the week, but the spatchcock turkey tastes better. It's just a little bit moister. It's just slightly more delicious. We did the exact same thing to both of these birds,
Yep.
and yet this one tastes a little bit more flavorful somehow.
Yeah, this one is falling apart in my mouth that much more. It has a little bit more glisten. It's a little bit juicier.
It's a little bit moisture, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And again,
Wow.
for half the time. Less than half the time.
It just bears mentioning because this is YouTube. This is not rigged at all.
So this ain't clickbait, y'all are actually
I kind of wanted my method to win. 'Cause,
no
like,
pretending here.
I've been wasting my time all these years.
I
This
did
one
too.
is better.
I did too.
That sucks.
I know.
Final round.
Dark meat.
This is never your cup of tea, but I'm curious to see if you maybe like the spatchcock one. I'm into it. I'm all about, give me a big turkey leg with a bunch of barbecue sauce. I'm all about it. Right after the neck.
Again, Stephanie Pittman. She's a bit of a weirdy poop. We did Sherman in round 1 first, so let's do spatchcock.
Spatchcock first, yep. Let's go over here. I thought Sherman was moister on the dark meat.
Yeah. Is that because it's sitting in the juices?
Yeah, it's so moist because at the end of the cook, it's face down and it's just soaking up juices. It's like really marinating and it's already been crisped up for the majority of the cook, so it stays nice and brown.
Although conversely, because it has been sitting face down in the juices, though the meat is juicier, I agree, the skin is soggier, again, because it's just sitting in juice. Whereas here in spatchcock land, the skin is crispier all the way through, but yeah, the meat is slightly less juicy. I will
Yep.
say Sherman is a little bit better on the dark meat.
Also, it is fair to say that 3 out of 4 tests went to spatchcock.
Well, yeah.
Final verdict in the Turkey Battle 2020. Are you cooking your turkey wrong clickbait challenge? I think we are cooking our turkey wrong. I think Steph and I have been cooking our turkey wrong since how long we've been doing this thing? 8 years? 10?
8
10
oh
years?
god, y'all
Since
must
the
be
decade that I
terrible.
know Stephanie, we've been doing it wrong. I think spatchcock is the way to go. I am literally gonna cook my turkey this way next year. Unless, of course, you want to deep fry it, in which case all of this is moot. So there you have it, theorists. Spatchcocking made believers out of us, and it might just make a believer out of you too.
Yep.
But hey, that's just a theory.
Oh lord, what is this? Bring me Hansel. Oh no. But yeah, that. And yes, I'm pretty sure Matt just showed us how to cook a turkey the right way. So yeah, keep that in mind if you want to cook your turkey, you know, properly. And it's funny how Matt said that it's called spatchcock. Yeah, spatchcock, because that's usually what I call my cock. Be like, hey yo girl, come over here and touch my spatchcock. It's not a very good pickup line, I know. But yeah, hopefully y'all like this. Make sure y'all probably use this method, or don't. Y'all can cook however you want. I don't really care. But yeah, hopefully y'all have a happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see y'all later.